Oh no, she's not. She's riding the horses, and I think we've got a western saddle on one horse as well, riding on the grey. Then we have Phil Williams, and he's got the 3 horses, the 2 with all the brasses on, and the 1 show horse. And Phil is a groom for Robinson's Brewery. So normally, at the moment, he's out with the brew, and they are really looking well. The brasses are shining like a sixpence. And then behind there, we have got Kelly with a grey horse. That's a ride and a show horse, and the one behind is a ride and show horse. They go to all the county shows. They'll be showing in rings with all these other horses following up, because they're all on county level. Around at the moment, the tires, because they're also not just for showing, they're also for riding, as you can see, and also dressage. And there is some that go out racing on the football to do that. Some do try to get it show jumping as well, but obviously only over little fences. Canada, France. We had one of the weeks that went months ago, went over to Stanford to ride the lady 14. We call slippers for the winter. We put slippers on the horses just so that the feet don't break off with all the wet weather and the hard frost that we have. So there's a lot of work goes into preparing them, making sure all the names are long enough to put tracks in, and it's even hard learning how to class. It's not as easy as it looks. A lot of people now, the young ones that are all coming up, are a lot better than the older generation back in the day. We've seen a lot of
Where's your big truck? Your wheel one? Where's that one? Oh, is it in the truck? No good for Charlie. Kids sleep underneath.
Drive it. This is a spectacle in sound and vision. You can hear very definitely that this is mobile heritage on the move, and I think the best part of and people started to build model engines. Now, the hobby really took off building miniature traction engines in the late 1940s. The Model Engineer had a series of articles written by the late Phil Hughes, W.J. Hughes, and he started to serialise making models in different scales. The largest in those days was pretty much what you call 1 inch or 2 inch scale, which is 2 inches equals 1 foot on the real thing, so the scale would be that way. Most of the models, in fact all the models that we have around the full size, those are about the most popular that you get these days. Some of them you can see their owners and drivers are riding on them. The 3 inch engines, they tend to have people riding behind them, but still they're pulling a load. And the 6 inch again have people sitting on them. And a wide variety, a very growing part of the steam hobby, because these are very portable engines. The smallest ones you can put in the back of an estate car. The bigger ones you can either tow behind your car or put in a van. You don't need a low loader, you can keep them in your garage. And you can, Stevenson and Zoe and his family, very much involved. Started off Albert with his dad Scott, and then taking it on in his own right. So it's really nice that the whole family are involved. Plans and drawings and castings, and make them yourself, or perhaps have someone build it for you, or as some of the other engines that we'll talk about shortly, build models of things that no longer exist. So some of the popular model engineering designs are a 4 inch Foster type engine, and there's going a lot better than it was on Friday from what we were chatting about yesterday. But lovely to see, and like
with lavish care from owners new, they are but now the chosen few, that represent a lost great power, which we present to you this hour. For these are the engines of an era long past, built by the men whose skills were the last. They made them strong, to give of their best. In aging years, they do not rest. They still drive on with fiery soul and beating heart that scorns control, with burnished limbs of shimmering steel and throb and pulse of circling wheel.
Now that was the spectacular bit of the engine pulling the several tons behind it, and let's work out roughly what the tonnage will be there. There's about 15 tons for the two front engines there, so